What's up, guys? Ethan, Beautiful Fitness here. Today, I just wanted to give you a quick insight into why I'm trying to affect change um, in the city here. And not just with people. Obviously, people come first. And that's kind of the point of this talk here. About a year ago, I started not to feel so good. I'd been in a little bit of a struggle for quite a while. A lot of dark days, dark weeks, turned into dark months. And I wouldn't have called it an attempt on my life, but my therapist called it one. Anyway, so I attempted suicide. Wound up in the hospital, had to get stitches, all that other stuff. So I'm in a dark place. I'm really struggling, and they were great. I was out here at the Strathcona Hospital. They did such a fantastic job of taking care of me and making sure, like, first time I've had a really good interaction with a peace officer who had to carry me because I lost so much blood by then that I kept blacking out and going down. So he had to carry me into the back, and all the doctors and nurses were really like apologetic and were very, very mental health concerned. Above all, they cleaned it up and that, but the two nurses that were there, and the doctor and the peace officer were all about me being safe, and it was really great. Fast forward about 6 months, maybe a little bit less. I'm not feeling good. I'm having a really hard time getting myself out of this hole. I know that if I go home to my empty house, I won't be here in the morning, and so just a voice says, just drive to the hospital. Just go back to where you know you can be safe if it comes down to it. On the way there, I needed to talk to somebody, so I called the Crisis Line. We have one here in the city. Everywhere has one. That was a dumb sentence. My bone to pick is with them. They have a job. They have a script. They have rules and red tape and whatever. The first thing I asked after waiting for someone to pick up I think it was on hold for almost 15 minutes, was what my name was, where I was in like geographically, and then for some reason they needed my address, and then for some reason they needed my phone number, and then for some reason they needed my doctor, and all I needed was someone to ask me if I was okay. I hate the system because of that. And among other things. But you are a crisis hotline. Both the word crisis and hotline, is hotline one word? Hyphenated? Whatever, you get what the fuck I'm saying. Are in the title. Logistics don't matter. It just doesn't. If you've ever been there, do you want to talk about technicalities and addresses and shit like that? When you're fucking hanging on by a thread. Little thread. Right, like I'm 250. I was 250. That's a little thread. That ain't gonna last long if I'm getting asked questions that have nothing to do with the fact that I'm on the verge of taking my own life. The system is just so broken, guys. It was fascinating. I actually had to hang up. I got nowhere with this woman who's supposed to be there helping me so bad that while on hold again, I just walked into the hospital and hung up. When they called back, because apparently that's a procedure, which is a neat thing to see, kind of a lateral move after all that, but they did call back, and I just gave it to the nurse, and she said that I was safe in the hospital, and she took care of that for me, and then I was admitted and whatever. Guys, the system is so broken in the fact that someone thought it was a good idea to give a script that has nothing to do with the person calling and everything to do with nothing. Well, then what if you get hurt and they need to know where you are? Deal with that after. Guys, crisis means now. Crisis means I can't do this anymore. Crisis means something shitty, terrible, disgusting, alarming is going to fucking happen now if I do not get some help. It's in the title. And this is why people hate the system. This is why people don't call. This is why people don't reach out. This is why people go. Because not only do they hear stories, most of us have experienced some form of this. I've got hundreds of stories like this over my lifetime, but more recently. I'm going to keep touching on them. I need people to see and understand how and what the fuck I mean when I say this system is broken. It is disgusting and it is wrong. And it needs to fucking change. And I fully plan and hope to be a part of this change that me and many others are trying to affect. Thanks for listening, guys. Sorry this one wasn't as happy, but this is real stuff, and more real stuff needs to come out if we're going to expect change to happen. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you. Peace.